Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. I hope y'all can hear me just fine. I hope everybody is doing well. March 24th, 2025. My mind automatically went to January because January 2nd is a date that will always be planted in my head. That was the date my son Travelle Martin went missing out in Flying Hills. And my son was chased by an officer Smittener by Cumberland Township Police. A lot of people say you're so strong. To me, I try to be for my family, for my girls, for their dad, but I break. I break just about every day. I am asking for the news channels to get in contact with me. Channel 69 didn't do me justice because when they came out and I was before them and that was the first news channel that did this coverage, it's as if they blurted out everything that I had to say and they did what they wanted to. They put in a fugitive. My son was 26 years old. That night did not have no shoes on, did not have no coat on, and it was extremely cold. Extremely cold. And the facts are these. Cumberland Township Police said that they put up a drone and they had a dog out. They was not able to find my son, so that didn't go over. This Emily Shells, who my son was seeing at that time, gave my son her phone. Somehow, when my son ran out that door, they found that phone of Emily's and gave it back to her. My son's phone was never discovered, but it was pinged last at her place. So my question is, these are facts. Why would a police officer give back evidence? Evidence was her phone. It had dates, messages, probably voicemails, all on it. So why would you give back a phone to her? We have been out in Flying Hills numerous times, searching. We welcomed and asked Emily Shells to come out and search with us for my son, since she loved him so much. Not one day, not at all, since we've been out there searching, did she ever join us to search for my son. Township police never came to my door or came to his dad's door and said, "We are looking for this person. Have you seen him?" When we asked why, he said, "Well, he's an adult. We felt like we didn't need to." Puma Township Police never joined, literally never came out to look for my son on the days that we have been out there searching for him. Very messy as a police force. Very sloppy. Very, very, I don't have another way to say it, but a lot of people say they're very racist. Regardless of what anyone has to say about my son, he is innocent until proven guilty. But the sad thing is, the last officer, Officer Smittinger, who chased my son, says, "Oh, he was like a jackrabbit. He ran so fast." How do you say such a thing to a parent who's looking for their son and you compare him to a jackrabbit? I pray in Jesus' name for everybody on that force. I really do. And then in another side of me, I want to scream and yell. But at the end of the day, what's done in the dark is going to come. And I know God is his way. And I know revenge is mine, saith the Lord. And I have to rest in his word. As hard as it may be, I have to rest in it. But let's get back to facts. Facts is there is footage of people up Emily's shelves moving her stuff out of their apartment. And we somehow seem to believe she is nowhere around Flying Hills or Redding. And that is not good, because if you left the state, why? If you cared about someone that you were seeing and dated so much, why didn't you help with the search? Facts is she is on medication. Asked her numerous times when I was in the house and he was on the phone with her, "Did you take your medication?" I heard him say that several times to her. Facts is she had blown up my son's phone a lot of times. I mean, back to 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 back and on. And when I say back to back to back to back, I mean like 40 plus, 50 plus times. Facts is that if my son was such a bad person that they make him out to be, why did he make sure she had food to eat every night? Why did my son make sure that she was taken to her job every day? She didn't drive, he did. So he drove her to work and he made sure that she ate. Fact. Travelle was loved by his family and is missed greatly. And if anybody knows anything, you might think it might not even help. But if you know anything, if you heard or if you think you heard something, please contact us. Please. I am asking right now for anybody's help because I miss my son and I want my son. Fact, there was a township meeting not too long ago, last week I think it was, maybe the week before, Crumroom Township Police. So they want to sit up in a meeting and they want to talk about trees that's going to cost $250, and they want to talk about a new car that they need for their township when they could not answer no questions because my daughter and fellow other family members went to that meeting. They could not answer no questions on what happened January 2nd. Where is Travelle Martin? Nobody had nothing to say. But Chief Winchester put his hands on somebody he shouldn't have that day in front of the boards, in front of the board meetings, in front of the young lady who represents Coomera Township Police as a lawyer. She tried to say my family shouldn't have stood up and said nothing because they came in late. Who the hell are you? I don't wish this on no parent. My son's life is not a game. And it just seems like social media is flooded with people that's missing. And I'm going to say this to any parent who's out there looking for their loved ones. I don't care what social media is flooded with. I don't care how many cases of people being missing. I do care, but what I'm trying to say is don't take your focus off on you trying to fight and do what's right for your loved ones. Don't get dismayed. Don't get sidetracked at all. Stay focused on what you're trying to do for your loved ones. I don't care how many people put out who's being missing. Okay, then they're joining the mega force of people that's being missing. But stay focused on your job and who's missing in your family, and make sure that you stay on top of your story with whoever it is that's missing in your family. Don't stop fighting. Don't stop. Keep protesting. Keep bringing it to social media. Keep your flyers out there. Keep talking about it. Because that's exactly what they want us to do. Stop talking. No, it doesn't go that way. Not when you take someone's life. Not when you shut somebody up. Not when you put somebody somewhere they don't belong. It doesn't go that way. And I'm standing with all mothers, all family members who lost or who's looking for their loved ones. If these trees and these woods could talk, if the ocean could talk, how many bodies would be raised up out of there? Out of the ocean, out of the ponds, out of the woods? How many bodies would be found? It's sad this is the kind of world that we live in, where we can't even rely on law enforcement to protect and serve. They don't even stand up for the Constitution oath that they took. And if they don't care about that, then what makes us think that they care about us? We as a people got to stop just accepting what they say. This country was built on our ancestors' backs, not theirs, our ancestors' backs. So now we need to rise up and be part of what our ancestors have fought for and what they died for. And stop being so damn scared. Let God fight our battles. That's right. God said you can be angry, but sin not. So in the midnight hour while everybody's sleeping, I'm praying. I'm praying that God will bring revenge. God will show his wrath. That he's sick and tired of all the innocent blood that's been shed because of coward people. Because people don't know how to control their temper. I'm sick of it. If I'm sick of it, I know God's sick of it. There will be a podcast. I am going to get in contact with one of my son's friends, and I'm going to ask him to have this podcast because I need this podcast to go forth where I and other members, family, and friends can talk openly about my son's missing. For all I know, I should have been hiring my friends, my son's friends, to be doing this. I am Travelle Martin's mom, and I am his voice, his counsel. He's not here. He's not nowhere to be found, and I'm going to speak for him. And I don't care what you have to say. You got something to say, you say it to me.